Hello and welcome to Marketing Agent TV, Nigeria's leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. A 30-minute awesome package that comprises brand news, brand and focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth analysis aimed at promoting the brand idea. I'm LOLU AKINWUNMI. Stay tuned.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
We begin with brand news, where we'll bring you the latest developments around brands and the field of marketing and advertising in Nigeria and around the world. The Advertisers Association of Nigeria, ADVEN, has launched its inaugural Partners Innovation Day in Lagos, themed Connect, Innovate, Elevate. A key highlight of the event was the unveiling of ADVEN X, a cutting-edge platform designed to connect marketing and advertising professionals.
So a round of applause for ADVEN X. What I wanted to say quickly was that this is a historic moment for us at ADVEN, that the mandate and the mantle that has been given to this executive council, and from executive council to executive council, is that you must lead thought leadership, you must be the thought leader in marketing. And we have executive council members from previous ESCOs and current ESCOs. So I think they have done marvelously well. Do you agree with me?
ADVEN President Osamede Ububawe described it as a hub for virtual and in-person networking, powered by AI with analytics dashboard and content publishing.
Just picture a platform or something that enables you to reach as many clients as possible. The problem we have on our end is we need to know what's available so that we know how to use it and how to use it best. So most of us are seated in our offices, go out for market surveys and all that. We read up. But there are a lot of things we still don't have, horizon to see. But what this will do. So ADVEN Exchange is just simply something that it's mind-blowing.
ADVEN X offers a dynamic hub for brands and service providers to form meaningful connections, access cutting-edge marketing solutions, and drive innovation. It features advanced tools such as interactive partner profiles, lead generation forms, and a comprehensive analytics dashboard. And it is expected to reshape Nigeria's marketing landscape, bridging stakeholders and driving industry growth. It was a feast of love and flavors at Tafawa Balewa Square recently, as Golden Penny brought Lagos to life with a vibrant food festival. Thousands of families came together to celebrate Nigeria's rich culinary heritage, with Golden Penny Semovita taking center stage as the perfect partner for iconic soups like egusi, ogbono, and eforiro, amongst others. From live music and fun games to a healthy cooking masterclass, the festival had something for everyone. Lucky guests also walked away with exciting prizes, including deep freezers, microwaves, and washing machines. Boye Olusoya, Group Managing Director of Flour Mills of Nigeria, promised more events across the country, noting that the company is committed to bringing quality nutrition and joy to every Nigerian home.
We continue to innovate. We brought Semo into the marketplace. We will continue to innovate and bring new products into the marketplace that will drive quality nutrition for our vast numbers of consumers. Today we started with a mayonnaise product, a chocolate spread product, a spread, and certain other key products that we will continue to innovate into the marketplace with.
Director of Food, Devlin Ensworth, described Semovita as the king of swallow, while the marketing director Elias Kazim and Ademola Adeoye, head of sales B2C FMN, reaffirmed the brand's 6 decades legacy of nourishing families.
Golden Penny Semo turns 60 this year. And for a brand to stand the test of time, it's important that it connects very much with its consumers. And if you think about it, whether your favorite soup is oha, egusi, or fish pepper soup, whatever it is, you really do want to get the soup's first choice. And Golden Penny Semo Vita has excellent quality, the moldability, it brings fiber, it brings so much.
The train took off in Ibadan, amazing crowd. We moved to Abuja, large crowd, and we are here in Lagos, the home of Semo. It's been very encouraging, and the responses of the consumers to this is our own little way of giving back to them and then reinforcing the fact that amongst all the ball foods that we have in Nigeria today, this is one that has taken care of Nigerians for 60 years out of our 64 years of existence as a nation. And God willing, for another 60 years, we'll still be around here.
And our goal is to continue doing this for generations to come. So for Golden Penny brand, Golden Penny Semo Vita, it's all about, you spend a lot of time cooking your soups, whether it's eforiru, whether it's edika ikong or and you want the perfect blend of swallow that goes with that soup you've prepared. And that's where Golden Penny Semo Vita comes in. It is the best pairing for soup, the king of swallow, that goes with any type of soup from across the country you could think of. So today, it's all about giving our consumers the chance to experience the brilliance of Golden Penny Semo Vita with any type of soup from any region from the country.
As the festival ended, one message was clear, which is that Golden Penny remains dedicated to feeding both the body and spirit of Nigerians, strengthening its bond with communities across the nation.
That was brand news. Next is Brand New Focus after the break.
It's the Glow Festival of Joy, and it's raining exciting prizes. Oh, for 120 days, we take it to the max. Mind-blowing, loaded prizes. Take John, winning a tear rubber Toyota Prado by recharging up to 100,000 naira. And Sister T, winning a Cha-Cha Kia Picanto by recharging up to 50,000 naira. From the sky coming
to yes, the gifts are unloading joy all over Nigeria.
From Toyota Prados to Kia Picantos, Keke Napes, generators, sewing machines, and even grinding machines. Just dial *611#, choose your prizes, recharge the value for the month, and you too can win.
Whoa, you too can win, oh!
People, why should they do younger like this? As you see me so, I don't become 10x of the woman when I paid before. Berekete 10x.
Make you enjoy 10 times your recharge, double data, and other betterment on top, voice calls, IG, TikTok, audio and video streaming, Zoom calls, and other better things them. Dial *301#.
You never finish, 1,000 naira welcome bonus for voice and data.
You mean all this thing for Berekete 10x?
Full for the enjoyment.
Is your line blocked? You can get your line unblocked free, fast and easy. Quickly go to any Glow World shop or SIM registration center near you and link your NIN to your Glow line right now. Got no NIN? Visit the nearest NIMC office, get an NIN, and then link it to your Glow line. NIN registration is free, so reconnect with Glow today.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now on Branding Focus.
In the bustling streets of Nigeria, a new form of entertainment is taking the nation by storm. Skit-making. What started as a simple hobby has blossomed into a thriving industry, propelling talented individuals from obscurity to stardom while reshaping the country's economic and entertainment landscape. From the comedic genius of Brother Shaggy to bold wit of Lai Wasabi, Nigerian skit makers are captivating audiences worldwide and redefining the boundaries of comedy in the digital age. Skit making is an art form that blends humor, satire, and social commentary into short bite-sized videos. These videos
often not more than a few minutes long, lapon various aspects of life, from everyday situations to societal issues, with a unique Nigerian flair. Whether it is poking fun at a political figure or imitating cultural norms, skit makers use their creativity to entertain and provoke thoughts. The rise of skit making in Nigeria mirrors the global trend of digital content creation. With the advent of social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, skit makers have found a captive audience eager for their comedic offerings. What was once a niche hobby has become the third largest entertainment industry in Nigeria, valued at an impressive 50 billion naira, an equivalent of 34 million US dollars. The growth of the skit-making industry can be attributed to several factors, which includes low barrier to entry that allows anyone with a smartphone and a sense of humor to become a content creator. Insatiable demand for fresh, engaging content that has fueled the industry's rapid expansion and several others. The extensive use of social media has provided skit makers with a platform to reach millions of viewers instantaneously. Skit makers attract millions of viewers and engagements on their social media pages, making them highly sought after by brands looking to capitalize on their popularity. The apex advertising regulatory body in Nigeria has raised concern about unethical advertising practices and misinformation in skit maker content. While some creators initially resisted ACAN's interventions, others welcomed the opportunity to improve the industry standards and build trust with their audience. As the industry continues to evolve, skit makers must adapt to changing trends and embrace new opportunities for growth.
Welcome back. Next is Industry Conversation, where we have discussions with industry thought leaders.
This week, we'll be featuring the concluding part of the fireside chat between John Ajayi, publisher CEO of Marketing Edge, and LOLU Akínwùnmí, GMD of Prima Garnet Group, as they take you through Nigeria's advertising journey, exploring its beginnings, current trends, and future prospects. Catch their expert insight on the evolution of the industry and what lies ahead, just after the break.
See this baby, why should they do younger like this? As you see me so, I don't become 10x of the woman when I be before. Berekete 10x.
Make you enjoy 10 times your recharge, double data, and other betterment on top, voice calls, IG, TikTok, audio and video streaming, Zoom calls, and other better things them. Dial *301#.
You never finish, 1,000 naira welcome bonus for voice and data.
You mean all this thing for Berekete 10x?
Full for the enjoyment.
Is your line blocked? You can get your line unblocked free, fast and easy. Quickly go to any Glow World shop or SIM registration center near you and link your NIN to your Glow line right now. Got no NIN? Visit the nearest NIMC office, get an NIN, and then link it to your Glow line. NIN registration is free, so reconnect with Glow today.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Thank you. Yeah, having said that, in the early days, the client companies, particularly some of them that were truly marketing and advertising centric, the multinationals, they used to have very beautiful, smooth relationship with their agency creative consultants. At what point did the Nigerian creative agencies lost their glory in terms of smooth relationship, that it now becomes a master servant? Even despite the beauty of the present advertising, you see Nigerian agencies winning global awards and all of that, the typical present Nigerian client company, really, do they appreciate that? when such professionals go to them, do they value them in terms of their service? Why do they even give them service? Were they accorded the right remuneration? Were they properly paid or were they not paid? And some of them still remain disgruntled. Why all this? What would you say are responsible, sir?
Well, I think maybe someone like me, I really was fortunate in the sense that when I joined Lintas, about 80%, about 70% of advertising business in Nigeria was with Lintas, and nearly all my clients were multinational. More than 3/4 of them were white boys and girls. So they were professional. Lintas was absolutely professional. We did it well because we were part of Lintas SSB overseas. But gradually, as you began to have proliferation, people either on the client side or on the agency side started losing out in the area of professionalism. Clients began to see themselves differently, and agencies oftentimes were too afraid of losing the business, so they really couldn't challenge them. I mean, no client could bluff us in Lintas because we were so up there and we were delivering value. We were confident, which reminds me what happened after we started Prima Garnet. We had an Indian client for, I think, LG Electronics. And he called me, and the first thing he said is, "That's your stupid so-and-so has done so." And I said, "You can't call my staff stupid. If there's anything that is wrong, just tell me, and I'm sure that I take exception to it." And he apologized, and we fixed a meeting for Saturday, in his office. And we went through, we resolved, and we found out that he was wrong. But I had to stop him. We also had a client who would call a meeting for 10 and would not see us until 10:30, sometimes 11. And so I sent a message to him that if that happened again, we would not come. So an agency that is confident, that is worth its salt, at some time must stand up and let the client know that, yes, you pay the bills, but there has to be respect. We were invited for a pitch at a big bank. We were the sitting agency. And obviously, maybe they wanted to bring in another agency or get rid of us. And so my people got there and saw 2 or 3 other agencies and said, "Lulu, this thing is a pitch." And I said, "Stay there." And then they kept them waiting 2 hours, and they called me and I said, "Come back to the agency." And after they had come back, the MD phoned and said, "Oh, I understand you told your people to come back." I said, "Yes, for 2 reasons. 1, you didn't tell us it was a pitch. 2, you kept them waiting endlessly without any explanation." And that was the end of our relationship. But I still see him around, but I believe that we did what was necessary to be done. And if agencies will be strong enough to do what they are able to do, give really proper service, do everything they're supposed to do, very few clients, even if they pay all the bills in the world, will be in a position to ride roughshod over us.
Thank you, sir. One other development that is very, very significant in the Nigerian advertising is the issue of application to the agencies in the metropole. Affiliation, local affiliation. To what extent would you say this has benefited Nigerian advertising in terms of growth and development?
Affiliation is good.
Okay.
Or rather, affiliation has its good it's one of the topics that I teach. It has advantages. We got affiliated, I think, 1997 or 96 to Ogilvy worldwide, and we benefited. I remember there was a training program Steve and I attended in Germany. It was for the Ogilvy group, and it was just amazing. It exposed us to training. It gave us accounts, positive things. It helped us to up our standard and all. But affiliation has its flip side, because either you like it or not, the foreign networks believe that they own the relationship. They believe they are doing you a favor. and which was part of the issue. They want to take over. At one point, they owned 14% of our equity. Then they came and said they wanted 51%. And I said, you want to retire me earlier? What are you guys planning? And we resisted. And as you rightly know, for 5 years we were in court because we didn't accept that. We stood our ground. Our affiliation has, when we were first working on Airtel, at the point where Airtel had appointed Ogilvy as the regional agency, they would bring work from Nairobi. Nairobi was a creative hub. I would tell them that this thing cannot work. There's no way you show the rump of an elephant. Elephant is popular in Kenya. But how many people here have seen and showing the rump of anything, human being, animals, on the billboard in Nigeria will be considered offensive? And they didn't agree, and we stood our ground, and all kinds of things, cultural differences and all, which we had to manage, quite a few things. But, we have existed, we have managed this business as a group since 2018, when we separated ways with Ogilvy. And sometimes I tell myself, why did we even go into the relationship? And I know there are agencies that have never gone into any time. In fact, ours was not affiliation, it was equity partnership. And there are many agencies now that are not affiliated to any network, and I believe they're doing it. I don't know if Extreme is affiliated now. And I know Steve told me once that, he had many offers and invitations, but that they would never do it. And I promise you, if you know what you are doing, then you really don't need
Great, sir.
Yeah.
So one other observation is that it is not a doubt that Nigeria is the biggest market in Africa. Yet, most multinationals, they have their regional hubs outside of Nigeria. Why has it been difficult for the Nigerian creative community to unleash their leadership power to dominate advertising in Africa?
We have actually.
I want to hear from you, sir.
That they don't have their head office here. Sometimes is a political decision, and other times it's because we don't have the infrastructure to support them, and so on and so forth. But in terms of the value and output of creativity, if you have been following, I don't know any other country, possibly apart from South Africa, that has produced the quality of people. For 4 years, I was in Cannes. We were in Cannes together, and progressively from year to year, Nigerian practitioners are receiving the kind of accolade that can never get to Ghana or anywhere, and all that. So they recognize that for us. But if you were to set up, for example, your head office here, and 17 times in a day, NEPA takes light and all that and all of those. So they probably prefer to stay in places where the infrastructure is better, but they cannot ignore Nigeria for sure.
Thank you. So those are very lastly, because I have so many, but just make it short because of time factor. There is high mortality rates in the Nigerian advertising agency business. Why do the Nigerian agencies atrophy?
Why does it happen?
Why did this happen?
It's not just advertising. There was once I started writing a paper on this, and I found out that so many companies, only few would live from the generation of the founders to the next. Even ordinary things like setting up a petrol station, after a while, the owner would have taken all the money to go and build a place in Ijebu, or I'm sorry, but some other place. We don't have the culture of continuity. I went to a shop in the UK where they had been making shoes from 17 or 18 something. The family had been carrying it on. So until we begin to understand that and make it part of our culture, every idea will probably die with the people who started it.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.